global namaste to all the beautiful souls across the world. We all love to be in this beautiful world of stars and superstars. बचपन से हम सिर्फ यही सपना देखते हैं that wow, can I also be a star, or can I be and follow any star? And this is exactly what we do since childhood. It is always our film fraternity which has won hearts across the world and made our life colorful. आज के इस सितारों के साथ साथ कार्यक्रम में we have with us our very renowned superstars. But before I introduce them, let me tell you, they are here to showcase their talent in a brilliant film. जिसका teaser launch and song launch was on this wondrous Republic Day of our 2023, 26th of Jan. Not only that, we had Sohail Khan ji for the grand unveiling of the teaser because ये फिल्म है बेहद खास. तो आइए इस फिल्म के बारे में जानते हैं और हमारे आज के सितारों से आप सबको रूबरू करवाना चाहूंगी. A humble thanks to River Comics, We International, and IndusTV Global for this very amazing show, your favorite show, Sitaron Ke Saath Saath, where we come at your doorstep. So aye, are we all set to be one with our stars, to be one with our supreme talent who are here to showcase the utmost best in the film, Sector Balakot. मैं बेहद excited हूँ क्योंकि मैंने इसका teaser देखा है, and I absolutely am amazed that how is it possible to be so transparent, especially the writer, producer and director हितेश क्रिस्टी ने जिस तरह ये दिखाने की कोशिश की है, जिस क्लैरिटी से और ट्रांसपेरेंसी से, let me tell you, it is for the very first time. So it's time for us to welcome at first our superstar, the very handsome hunk, the very renowned star, जिन्हें हम already big screen पर देख चुके हैं in several films. Let's welcome and give it up for the supremely talented, the versatile actor, Ashmit Patel.
Hello everybody, namaste, namaskar from India.
Namaste Ash. यार Ash, जैसे मैं आपको हमेशा बुलाती हूँ यार, how do you look so fresh, so cool even in casuals? So today you're in the beautiful sunshine color and so casual but yet, oh my God, सबके दिल जीतने वाले हैं आप. वैसे आपके लुक से तो जीतते ही हैं, लेकिन इस बार आपके परफॉर्मेंस से everyone is going to go gaga over you. It's time for me to introduce a very amazing, beautiful, gorgeous, and well, let me tell you, we watched her in the South films, but for now, it's a very big debut in the Bollywood film fraternity. At the same time, we've seen her on the big screen already, but this film is larger than ever. Please join me in welcoming Jinal Pandya. Hey, Jinal.
Hello.
Stunning girl. How are you doing? How excited are you, Jinal?
I am super excited. I am so very happy that finally the big day is here and you get to see me on big screen.
Yes, absolutely. Ravishing as always, Jinal. And now the man himself, the producer and the director. He's also a very renowned author. But let me tell you something about Hitesh Christie. जो ये हमेशा विश्वास रखते हैं कि हम एंटरटेनमेंट तो देते हैं अपनी फिल्म्स के थ्रू, उसके साथ साथ नॉलेज भी दें और वो एंटरटेनमेंट दें जो पूरी फैमिली साथ बैठकर एंजॉय कर सकती है और फिल्म देखकर जाए कुछ नॉलेज लेकर जाए. Please join me in welcoming the very, very talented and one of the most wondrous directors, writers, and our producer, the captain of the ship, the man himself, Hitesh ji. Hitesh, let's get started from you.
Yeah, please.
आपने स्टोरी के बारे में सोचा, and let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, आज जो पूरे विश्व को चाहिए है, it's only प्यार, इश्क और मोहब्बत. And this is exactly what Hitesh's topics are. Is it so? Well, let me tell you, yes, absolutely. I'm not going to talk about the oxymorons because this is just everything that takes us away from that word love. It's the scare, the fear, the war, the terrorism. हितेश जी, आपने क्यों और किस लिए ये टॉपिक चुना, और सबसे पहले तो बधाई देना चाहूंगी, आपका टीजर इज गॉन वायरल, और जो ग्रैंड
Thank you.
अनवीलिंग आपने सॉन्ग का किया था ऑन द रिपब्लिक डे, एंड स्पेशली दिस इज वेरी वेरी अमेजिंग, क्योंकि हमारे आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव भी चल रहा है, भारत महोत्सव सेलिब्रेट किया जा रहा है. सो प्लीज हमें इसके बारे में बताएं.
Like when we were looking for the script, when I decided I was in India in 2020, I decided that now we will make
जी.
films. मैं कई सारी स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ रहा था, कई सारे राइटर्स को मिल रहा था. एक स्क्रिप्ट हमारे ध्यान में आई, बिकॉज आई ऑलवेज वांटेड टू डू मैसेज फिल्म्स ओनली. तो कमर्शियल फिल्म बनाएंगे, लेकिन कुछ ना कुछ मैसेज के साथ फिल्म बनाएंगे, ये कहीं पे आइडिया था. और एक एक स्क्रिप्ट ऐसी मिली जहां पे हम, दुनिया में जो सबसे बड़ा आज प्रॉब्लम है वो वॉर, वायोलेंस और टेररिज्म है. हमारी फिल्म में एक डायलॉग है जो बड़ा मीनिंग कन्वे कर देगा फॉर द फाउंडेशन ऑफ दिस फिल्म. इसके दुनिया में जो डेवलपमेंट एक्सपेंस होता है, दैट इज $1.3 ट्रिलियन एवरी ईयर. बट जो वॉर पे एक्सपेंस होता है, जो वायोलेंस पे एक्सपेंस होता है, विच इज $1.7 ट्रिलियन एवरी ईयर, विच इज बिगर देन इवन द डेवलपमेंट एक्सपेंस. तो इस रूट कॉज को एड्रेस करने वाली हमें स्क्रिप्ट मिली. फिर हमने रिवाइज किया उसको, बड़ा रिसर्च किया. हमने पाया कि ज्यादातर न्यूज एजेंसीज, ज्यादातर राइटर्स, ऑथर्स या कोई भी फिल्म ऐसी नहीं है जो रूट कॉज ऑफ वायोलेंस पे बात करती है. तो हमने एक टॉपिक डिसाइड किया, जो थीम है पूरी फिल्म का, इकोनॉमिक्स ऑफ वॉर एंड बिजनेस ऑफ टेररिज्म. फिर उस पर स्क्रिप्ट डेवलप की. हम अस्मित जी से मिले, हम जीनल से मिले, हम पुनीत तिसारी जी से मिले, विपुल गुप्ता जी को मिले, और बड़ी बड़ी कन्विक्शन से सब लोगों ने हेल्प की पूरे प्रोजेक्ट को ग्रो करने के लिए. और ये फिल्म बनाने के लिए हमने फिर डिसाइड किया.
Wow, what an amazing story. And I'm going to talk to Ashmit. Ashmit, you had a brilliant upbringing and you always believed, in countries' economics. You've studied that, you've spoken about that, been vocal about that. And of course, this topic is the need of the hour, because this is what exactly the world is facing. How excited, or at the same time, how scared were you to actually be in a film like this? Or was it really, a first 100% yes?
It was 100% yes, as soon as I heard the one line from Hitesh Bhai when he came to meet me. And then once I read the script, I was actually in Kashmir when I carried the script with me to read over there. And that 100% got stamped into a 200% once I read the script. There were a few, obviously, inputs that I had to give to Hitesh Bhai, and he was very open. In fact, before I read the script, he was the one who told me, he's like, please, whatever you feel, let me know, make points, and let's discuss. I am completely open to all the feedback that you can give me. And that's what I liked about him, because a first-time director sometimes can be so egotistical and convinced that मैंने script जो लिखी है दुनिया की best script है, और इसमें कोई changes नहीं लाऊंगा. Because you work so much on it, it's been your dream to make that. I've faced directors like that who are so convinced that what they have written is the gospel, literally, like God has come down and written the words on paper for them. So I like that about Hitesh Bhai, and it has been a very collaborative process. Was I afraid of taking on a character like this? If I have to be very honest with you, I was a little skeptical, because just a year prior, I had done a web show where I played a terrorist, Abu Shamil. It was based on the Peshawar attacks that happened in the school in Peshawar and simultaneously planned in India. But our forces, actually, our secret agency, had managed to foil the plan and had informed Pakistan about it as well. They didn't take heed. That's another matter. So in this, I was a little concerned about how I can humanize this character, because his motivations were not based on revenge like Abu Shamil's. His motivations were based purely on business. So how does one justify creating havoc around the world by selling arms, by spreading violence, when there isn't something which has hit you here? It's purely because you are looking at your profit, your gain. So that was what my challenge was. How do I humanize, and how do I, in my head, justify what my character Qasim is doing and how he's going about living his life? So that was my only concern. And once I just stop judging Qasim, because everybody at the end of the day needs to make a living. You may turn around and say that some businessmen the biggest in our country, some of them have resorted to means which you would probably not resort to. So there's always a gray area, and it always depends on which spectrum of, which end of the spectrum you're on and how you look at things. So there is no black and white. There's always a gray area. And I left Qasim in that area. Without judgment, I essayed him completely without judging him.
You played a lot of genres, Ashmit, in your past characters. Did you really, have to prepare yourself, especially for this character, or you think it came really very naturally to you? Because I feel you look very good, in all the avatars that you've played till date,
Thank you.
Did you have to
Well,
prepare?
yes, there was definitely preparation. I had to study a little bit. I took help from Hitesh Bhai. He has done extensive research on the business and the economics of war, like he said. So, $1.7 trillion is spent on war and warmongering, which is more than what is spent on development. So we're spending more on destruction than on development, which is just, it's unfathomable that that's happening in the world today with the amount of billionaires we have who have just increased post-COVID. Their wealth has increased so dramatically. I don't see why their money is not going towards causes like this for development. They're just getting richer and hoarding more and more money. So yep, I did a fair bit of research, and at the end of the day, like I said, I just wanted to not judge Qasim. So his feelings and emotions, I dealt with them just like I would with any other human being. So if he felt pain, sorrow, I just went with it with what I would feel as Ashmit Patel, and no judgment. I think the key for me was no judgment, because a character like this, you can judge, and you can have nightmares thinking about how are you going to get into the skin of someone who is so brutal and ruthless. So I didn't want to judge him. That was my key. Every day I woke up and I slept with that thought in my head.
All right. We're eagerly waiting for the film, but it's time for all of us to meet the heroine of the film. She's glamorous, she's hot, sensuous. At the same time, she is dressed up in the wonderful civil uniform. Let's meet the gorgeous Jinal Pandya. Jinal, how excited are you to play this role? We've seen you in the teaser, be it the swimwear or be it the cop attire. So how was it you balancing? And especially when a girl gets to play all the avatars, it's so amazing in a film. How excited were you? Please बताएं अपने experience के बारे में.
I was super excited to play this character Meera, because when I'd heard of the script and my character, it's very different from what I am generally, naturally. Like whenever I go, I'm all glammed up, dolled up, and then I like being the way I am, like a princess coming out and all decked up. But when it comes to Meera, my character, she's very toned down, she's very subtle. Like throughout the film, when like you've just seen the teaser, but even when we are shooting, so the monotone of the clothes is very subtle. Every time she has to be prim, prop, disciplined, very, very reversed from what I am. So this was the only thing that I was actually worried about, because for me, being serious, being very, kind of extrovert by nature, but then on the screen I have to play like okay introvert, because I am not playing a cop. I am more of the psychopathic types. So I have to like really play mind games and stuff. So my role was a little more difficult than I thought it was initially when I read the script. But once I started shooting, I have spoken this about a lot of time, and I still say it, that I was blessed that I had wonderful team to work with. Be it Ashmit, be it Vipul, be it Puneet ji, Hitesh ji. Like there were moments where sometimes you just get carried away with the scene and you forget what kind of basic the filter that you need for that role. So sometimes it was difficult to get in and out of the character. So these people have been wonderful to work with. They've always helped me out if there's any trouble or something. So they were always there to be helpful with me. Yeah, that's how it's done. And like, because the role demanded such seriousness, once it's like okay, done, shot khatam, and then we could just switch over to yay, jolly mood again. So I was very happy being part of this wonderful film that Hitesh and my cast has made. So I'm
As soon
blessed.
as cut was said Jinal was playing dandiya on the set.
अच्छा,
Yeah.
ऐसा था? Oh
With
my
3
God.
gujus on the set, what do you expect? Only Garba was happening.
See,
गरबा भी है फिल्म में, सब गुजरातीज एक
नहीं,
साथ. And no गरबा not possible.
No, no
you'll
Garba.
find
Just
Garba thing on
between
Ashmit's
shots.
Instagram. He's posted it. Let's see what's happening on the set.
They were
ये it's
using some
over.
instruments of torture to get information out of me. Those instruments of torture became dandiyas, and they were playing dandiya on the set. Hitesh Bhai and Jinal.
Yeah, Gina, I can expect that. She's so bubbly and she's a showstopper material, who loves to walk the ramp. As she said, yes, always a Cinderella and a princess. Well, that's wonderful. Hitesh ji, I'm going to come back to you and ask you, इस फिल्म का नाम सेक्टर बालाकोट, क्योंकि आपने कहा आपने काफी सारा रिसर्च किया है, इसके बारे में बताया. And I really want to know that, if you want to really take it overseas, because every film nowadays, we have the subtitles and it's made in different languages. Uske bare mein hame bataएं. And how about, what have you thought of the film going overseas? Do you know of someone who's going to help you or who's promoting you abroad?
इंडिया ने बहुत सारे टेररिस्ट और वायलेंस अटैक, इंडिया हैज suffered such kind of attacks. Balakot was one of the attack which India has suffered. So this film script and story is about a terrorist who was caught after the Balakot event attack, and then the interrogation story of that terrorist and their war mafia, and slowly the facts will come out. तो वहां से हमने बालाकोट का नाम इस फिल्म के लिए लिया, सेक्टर बालाकोट का नाम हमने वहां से लिया. With regards to promoting this film overseas, we might go to a couple of countries. We are in talk with distributors. Even today, I received an email from one of the multinational OTT platform, Prime, and we might do something with them for outside India. So let's see. With regards to promoting in US and West, Bharat Bhai is a Superman for us in United States, the only man we know, and for Bollywood, and we will work with him. Yeah, we are working with him actually. Yeah.
Bharat
Mr. India
Bhai.
Goradia.
તો ये बिल्कुल તમારી સાથ છે वो.
પ્યારનું બાલાકોટ અહીં આવી ગયું છે મારી સામે તો. બલ્લે બલ્લે કરવા. All Gujjus here. Ashmit Patel Gujju, Hitesh Bhai Gujju, Jinal Gujju, myself Gujju. Imagine. 4 Gujjus in different parts of world. Imagine.
Simran is half Gujju.
Bharat Bhai. Bharat Bhai.
She's become half Gujju.
Bharat Bhai
Simran,
બીજા
you
બે
also
પંજાબી
have
એક્ટર.
Gujju.
ભરત ભાઈ બીજા બે પંજાબી એક્ટર્સ હતા ને સેટ ઉપર એ દરરોજ ગુજરાતી ખાવાનું જ ખાતા હતા.
Yeah. We had taken
So
the
we
interview of
played-
Puneet Desar also. So he is
So we have-
also, he knows Gujarati.
Yeah.
So Gujju Bhai is all over. And especially
Yeah.
USA,
Bharat ji always.
Okay, so first of all, IndusTV के सारे दर्शकों को भरत गोड़िया का सादर प्रणाम and सिमरन नमस्ते, and to this महान तीनों लोग हैं जो हमारे सुपर हीरो अस्मित पटेल, जिनल पंड्या प्रिंसेस and हितेश जी प्रोड्यूसर डायरेक्टर, आप सभी, because you are international personality, so आप तीनों को global नमस्ते भाई. And first of all, on behalf of our sponsor River Comics, We International and IndusTV, it is my proud privilege and pleasure to welcome you in one of the most outstanding talk show of all time called Sitaro के साथ. And I'm really privileged कि मेरे साथ 4 सितारे rather, including Simran is also an actress, a singer, dancers and all whatnot. So I'm very, very privileged to share the screen with 4 of the most powerful, multi-talented stars, or rather superstars, whatever I call it as.
I said you're more powerful than 4 of us combined, Bharat ji. You're Bharat Goradia.
No. Only when, as long as I'm with you people, super powerful I become, because I'm your reflection. So as long as you are there, अस्मित जी के सामने खड़े रहे तो हीरो लगते हैं, जिनल जी के सामने लगते हैं तो थोड़ी बहुत नॉलेज आती है, प्रिंस का पता चलता है, हितेश जी के सामने रहते हैं तो नया नया नॉलेज मिलता है, और सिमरन के सामने रहते हैं तो सारा कुछ मिल जाता है. But first of all, my congratulations and compliments to Hitesh ji, the producer director of this wonderful film, because I think this is the only kind of film, or the only film which has been presented to the world, knowing how the economics of war takes place, how the war mafia gets their finance, how do they use it, how do the terrorists use their fund, how do they plan. So I think once again, congratulations to Hitesh Bhai, the main lead, Ashmit Patel, Jinal Pandya, and the entire cast and crew for presenting this wonderful film before the world. and it is really amazing to have and to get the idea even how the finance. So far, I think no film in the world, as far as my knowledge goes, I may be wrong, but I think as far as my knowledge goes, no film in the world has ever presented such economics of war and war mafia, their working systems. So congratulations once again to you, and it will be real pleasure and privilege of mine to promote this film in the entire USA, Canada, and Mexico, because here I have seen that Jinal Pandya and Ashmit Patel has already been presented to for India Day parade. And imagine in the Manhattan parade, about 100,000 people comes. In New Jersey, where Jinal Pandya was there, 50,000 people. Ashmit was there, 50,000 people in San Francisco. So all the states of USA, once the patriotism comes, they come and gets united, and they respond so positively. So I think this film has got a wonderful promotion in USA. It will become a super duper hit, I can assure you. As far as USA is concerned, regarding India, of course, Asmit and Jinal is there. But as far as USA is concerned, I will leave no stone unturned for promoting this wonderful film. So once again, a very hearty welcome to Sitaro ke Saath Saath, and congratulations to the entire cast and crew of this wonderful film.
Thank you, Bharatji.
Thank you, Bharatji. Thank you very much.
Pleasure to all. See you all three of you in USA. Joe Biden has
Yes.
special requested भाई एक हीरो एक हीरोइन और एक प्रोड्यूसर डायरेक्टर को बुला लो ताकि हमारी इकोनॉमी आगे बढ़े यार.
Thank you for joining us here. We'll take a very short commercial break and talk more about Sector Balakot and know some andar ki khabar. But right after this super short commercial break. Hey, welcome back, guys. And let's get to know something more interesting on the sets. Ashmit, we really want to know that, जब आप character play करते हैं, and of course, we do something behind the scenes. कितना मजा आया था और वो कौन सी बात थी जो आपको अब तक याद है? Like you said, one thing you said, you were probably playing, or, Jinal took everything in a great sense, and then she just wanted to get out of the character and play some dandiya. Which is that thing that you remember which was truly hilarious and you all had a hearty laugh?
Well, actually, to be really honest, I blame it on Jinal, but it was me who picked up the instruments of torture and started playing dandiya.
Yeah, I'm
Because
unnecessarily trash.
every day of shoot, I was tortured in a different manner and beaten black and blue. Hitesh Bhai wrote such amazing scenes where he came up with these unique ways of torturing my character. I was literally at the end of every shooting day, I was in aches and pains. I had, real bruises even on my body. And then I had to go to the gym and try to work out that bruised body. But yeah, it was fun. I mean, as soon as I came back, though, after I finished shoot, uh, I slept for 2 days straight. And then I had a major tennis elbow issue because of all the action and all the brutality that was inflicted on me. So that wasn't fun. But it was, I feel, got into the skin of Kasim, and it really helped that we had a close set. It was a close set with a 4 or 5 camera setup. We didn't need to shoot multiple angles over and over again. We had a wonderful DOP in Mr. Sunil Patel, who you've seen him work his magic on all the big films with all the huge stars. So he really helped me as an actor, because repeating a performance like this, which is so intense, a character like Kasim, you can't possibly bring that performance out over and over again, take after take. It usually happens in the first take, especially for me. I get that authenticity and honesty in the first take. Maximum if I've forgotten my lines or some issues happen in the second take. But then when it's repeated, you get that it becomes a little rehearsed, it becomes a little not so authentic. So I've had a great experience shooting this film, despite being tortured throughout the shoot.
And then how did it feel when you had the teaser launch and you had Sohail Khan sir, who was there with you, who's also a friend to you always, and the
Yeah,
grand unveil you had for the teaser, which gained you great reviews and it went viral on the social media.
it did. And I was in touch with Hitesh Bhai. I was in Dubai for some event, and this we had to actually push the teaser launch because I was not available. But on my way to the airport, believe it or not, I was on the way to Dubai airport to fly back to Bombay, and I called Sohail Bhai and I was like, Bhai, my teaser launch is happening tomorrow along with a song launch, and I want you to be there. He said, 100% Ashmit, I'm coming. And then the next morning, once I reached Bombay, I got a message from our PR team saying, teaser and the song launch unveiled by Mr. Sohail Khan. I'm like, oh God, I didn't really ask Sohail Bhai if he would be the guest of honor to do it. So I
Right.
messaged him. It was quite early in the morning, and I sent him a voice note saying, "Hi, would you be okay to do this?" So I guess when he got up, he replied to me saying, "Ashmit, I have absolutely no issue in doing it. I would love to do that for you. But the thing is, I've got a meeting set in town, which is where I live, and that's pretty far from where our launch was happening. It's about an hour and a half away." So he said, I
Right.
don't know if I'll make it on time, and I don't want the media people. He's so amazing. Look at it. He said, I don't want the media to be waiting for me. It'll look really bad for your film, and I don't want to upset them because then they might write negative stuff about your film. So what is the latest that I can come? So I said, I called up the PR, Himanshu Junjanwala. I was like, Himanshu, by what time latest can you push this to? 5:30? Because the time was 4 o'clock. He said, that's no problem. 5 o'clock, even if he comes, we will manage. So I told Sohail, bhai, please, don't worry, come as soon as you are done, call me, and then we'll manage. So at the end of the day, we managed everything. He with traffic managed to make it there at 5:30, and it all went off wonderfully. And honestly, I thank him from the bottom of my heart. I went to meet him the other day. Hitesh Bhai was with me. Uh, he's just so humble, and people talk about friendship. They talk about being brothers, being like family. But to put your actions where your words are, where your mouth is, they say walk the talk. He actually walks the talk. So I'm just so indebted to him, and I'm honored and privileged that I can call him an older brother. He is his entire family. I mean, they're just amazing. His sister ties me Rakhi, Alvira. since the last 20 years now, almost 20 years. So yeah, since 2002. So yeah, they're family to me. They are amazing. They're amazing.
Beautiful. This was very, very special that you shared with us. And thank you, Sohail Khan, sir. It's always amazing, as he says, with you and your family around. Jinal, wow, the character you've played. And of course, you said it's completely contrast to what you've experienced. What is that one thing you've learned from the film?
Not very intensely, but yeah, this film has taught me to be disciplined when you're working. Like no matter what character you play, if it's related to you in your nature or not, but it's just how you give your 100% to your character. That time you don't need to be Jinal, you just got to be Mira. So that's what I learned from this film. No matter whoever says, okay, हमने acting सीख लिया, हमने ये कर लिया, हमने वो कर लिया, but it's always the director's vision that you need to follow, and that's what I learned. Like for me, what I think is my perception of Mira is very different from what Hitesh sir's Mira was. So that's what I learned, that when you are preparing for a character or any other character in any other film also, it's always the director's vision that you need to follow, rather than, you can always have inputs in that, but yes, that's his vision that you need to carry forward. So that's what I learned the most.
Beautiful. I know only the divine love, Mirabai. And are you also love personified in the film, Jinal? Is it all
No, I
around?
think uh, in this, I can complain. Hitesh sir has been a little partial. I don't have any love interest. Ashmit had one. Vipul had one. So yeah, I'm all alone by myself. He left me all alone.
Okay. It's a good. You get to play a very strong character. That's interesting. Oh, wow. Such amazing conversations here with the entire cast and crew of Sector Balakot with our superstars. We shall take a very short commercial break and thank you to River Comics, We International, and IndusTV Global. Looking forward to seeing you guys in the next super few minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for We International Founder, President, Chairman, Mr. Bharat Goradia, Bollywood star. Mr. Bharat Goradia with legendary singers from Indian music industry. He believes in spreading smiles over everyone's faces. Sports champion. The Dada Saheb Phalke Award and Bharat Gaurav Pride of India Award winner Mr. Bharat Goradia has been innumerably awarded across the globe for his outstanding work in the field of promoting Indian arts and culture all over the world.
Ooh la la la. Wow. We are here with Ashmit, Jinal, and Hitesh. And the trio are here talking about the brilliant film. We are truly waiting for its release, but wherever you are in the world, we're gonna surely let you know where is it releasing. Hitesh, you already said that you had a call from one of the, of course, Prime, and it might go, all over the world very soon. But when are you planning to release the film in our country, India?
The film is releasing as of now on 17th of February. There is some minor, paperwork pending with the censor board, which is going on. They want some minor changes in the name of the film and, little bit here and there. Once it is cleared, we are all set to go on the floor on, 17th of February. Yeah.
जिस तरह आपने सोचा था हितेश जी, because we always have the perception, हम पूरा visualize करते हैं, क्या उसी तरह फिल्म बनी है? उससे बहुत ज्यादा अच्छी बनी है because of Ashmit and Jinal's performance, or you think कि मुझे डर है थोड़ा सा before the release of the film? आपका दिल क्या कह रहा है इस वक्त? क्योंकि इस वक्त तो हमें नींद भी नहीं आती है, and दिन रात सब एक हो जाते हैं, and it is a very, very amazing moment we go through in our life. क्योंकि it's on the viewers to decide about the film. But आपका दिल क्या कह रहा है?
See, you always grow, your thoughts always grow over the period of time, जो मैं 2020 में सोचता था और मैं जो 2023 में सोचता हूँ on the same topic, it has grown. So जो फिल्म हम बनाने निकले थे और जो फिल्म हमने बनाई है, it has come out better, क्योंकि पूरा thoughts grow करता है. And people like Ashmit, who improvised a lot, Jinal, contributed a lot. We had other senior actors, other senior crew members who helped a lot. So फिल्म अच्छी बनी है, जो हम सोच के निकले थे, कुछ विजुअलाइज किया था, उससे ज्यादा अच्छी बनी है. बट मोर इम्पोर्टेंटली इज मुझे नहीं पता आपको ये फिल्म पसंद आएगी कि नहीं आएगी. Everyone has a different taste, but what this film will do is raise a question mark in your mind. तो फिल्म आपको पसंद आए ना आए या किसी और को पसंद आए ना आए, बट एक क्वेश्चन मार्क आपके दिमाग में जरूर खड़ा कर देगी कि ये दुनिया में जितनी भी कंट्रीज में भी वायोलेंस हो रहा है, 86 कंट्रीज में some form of war is going on in 2020-23. एक फिल्म में डायलॉग है कि पिछले 600-700 साल में कुछ 100 करोड़ लोग युद्ध में मारे जा चुके हैं, और आगे 77 इयर्स में करीबन 100 से 200 करोड़ लोग मारे जाएंगे, मेनली इन बायोलॉजिकल वॉर, विच इज अ वेरी ह्यूज नंबर. तो ये क्यों होता है, इतना वायोलेंस क्यों होता है, ये क्वेश्चन आपके दिमाग में जरूर खड़ा कर देगी ये फिल्म. इतना हम छोड़ देंगे आपके लिए. या
ओ माय गॉड, पहले बात तो ये डेफिनेटली फिल्म हिट हो रही है, क्योंकि जब हम इकोनॉमिक्स ऑफ वॉर और जो बिजनेस ऑफ टेररिज्म की बात करते हैं तो एवरी इंडिविजुअल इससे कनेक्टेड है. सो इट इज डेफिनेटली गोना बी अ बिग हिट. और आप कह रहे हैं इट्स मोर देन योर एक्सपेक्टेशन, सो द एंटायर क्रेडिट गोस टू यू गाइस. So Ashmit, I really want to know who inspires you, which actor has always inspired you, and especially for this character, who did you take reference from? Which actor did you take reference from? Could be international star or our Indian film fraternity stars.
Well, to be honest, I've been inspired by lots of actors over the period of my life. Initially, growing up from our industry, of course, the one and only Amitabh Bachchan sir. And but I have to say that the impetus to become an actor happened when I saw Hrithik shooting for Kaho Na Pyar Hai with my sister for the first time, for their first film. I just saw the level of dedication and hard work that boy puts in, and I was flabbergasted. I didn't know anything about filmmaking. I didn't know anything about what the profession of acting entailed. And I saw in this boy, not a boy, I mean, he was a boy at that time, now man, something very special. I don't know what it is that I saw, but I could palpably tell that there's going to be a sea change in our industry when Hrithik hits the screens. And that's exactly what happened. There was Hrithik mania all over the world. There's never been an actor who has had that much of an impact with his first film, where he became a superstar overnight. So I have to give a lot of credit to him. My, I guess, level of dedication and hard work comes from him. I saw that and I said, this is what I need to do if I want to make it in this industry, because he's setting the bar right there. It's like up there. For this character, I haven't taken inspiration from anyone. Like I said, I had to just purely understand that Qasim is another human being. He has his motivations. He is just another human being. The world may look at him as evil or, a villainous character or dark. But for me, I am me. I am Qasim. I am a human being. I'm doing what I do because I have mouths to feed. I have a family to take care of. I have children. I have aging parents. And that's it. That's my motivation. I'm a businessman. You could turn around and say, even the most respected business houses over here in India, for example, I love the Tatas. I have a lot of respect for them. But some of the businesses they are into, if you look at it, the larger picture, they're not very good for the environment. Tata Cement or Tata Steel. You think steel is not damaging the environment or damaging the world? In a way, is it not causing harm? it's a requirement. You can't do without steel, the way our world is constructed today. But is it really good? I mean, so it just depends who's being harmed by that. You know, we talk about development in our country. Roads are being built. For that, you need to cut forests. You're acquiring land from farmers. They lose. Yes, they're getting a certain amount of money, but then they're losing their livelihood. They're getting so much money that their next generations don't know what to do with the money, and they're resorting to alcoholism and drugs and literally dying. So where's that line that you draw, and how do you judge anyone? So yeah, no inspiration from anybody else. Just wanted to stay true to the emotion, and I think I have enough emotion as a human being. I'm a very sensitive person, so I just drew in from that and my experiences that I've had with, say, my sister or my family, because there is a very poignant scene where uh, my sister is captured, and also I think, and yeah, there's a very emotional breakdown that I go through. So I had to, in my head, go back to maybe some uh, not so pleasant circumstances in my life and relive them, which is very difficult as an actor, as a human being, because you know, at the end of the day, pack up happens, but then those feelings and emotions are still there in your body. And which is why I go to the gym. I make sure that I go and sweat it out, no matter. Hitesh Bhai was quite surprised that how I would manage to go every day despite, shooting such rigorous scenes and getting the crap beaten out of me every day. But for me, it was just my time. I had to sweat it out, had to let the emotions out. I cry in private, my tears are my sweat. And sometimes I cry on my pillow, but that no one sees. In the gym, yeah, there are people around, and my release sometimes happens from my eyes, sometimes from the rest of my body. So that's what it is.
This is very kind of you, Ashmit, showing the human side of you. And this is a great message which goes to everyone, that irrespective of if things are happening your way or not, आपको जरूरी नहीं है कि आप रॉन्ग तरीके से अडॉप्ट करें, वो चीजें अडॉप्ट करें जो आपके लिए नहीं है. You can definitely go ahead, be positive, have those things in your mind, realize कीजिए आप that you are experiencing it. But Ashmit, I think you're a perfect hero, not just a real life hero, but a real life hero too, for passing on this beautiful message to all the youngsters of today, the youth of today. Because as we know, our country is very young. More than 65% of the population is below the age group of 32 years. उन सब के लिए ये बहुत खूबसूरत सा आपने message दिया, that irrespective of what you're facing, make sure you go ahead the natural way and take care and look after yourself. Experience all the emotions, realize it, and take some help of a friend rather than going overboard. So that was such a beautiful message through your film, and thank you, Hitesh ji, कि आपकी फिल्म सबको उस थॉट में डालेगी. जब हम ऐसे फेज में आ जाते हैं, जब हमें फॉर एग्जाम्पल एम्प्लॉयमेंट नहीं मिलती, तो हम सोचते हैं कि लेट्स मेक इजी मनी, क्योंकि वो बहुत इजी होता है. सो थैंक यू फॉर गिविंग दिस थॉट प्रोवोकिंग, जैसे आपने कहा दैट एवरीवन टेक्स समथिंग फ्रॉम द फिल्म, और हम सब ये ले जाएंगे और हम सब अपने थॉट्स में पॉजिटिव जरूर हो, इसलिए होना चाहेंगे, बिकॉज सीइंग द ब्रिलियंट कैरेक्टर ऑफ Ashmit Patel. Jinal, I really want to know from you. You've always been, a queen yourself, always played, everything that you are, like a princess. And ये जो आपने बहुत ही यूनिक रोल किया, क्या आपने किसी एक्ट्रेस को देखा या किसी को फॉलो किया? You have a great exposure in the South film world as well. So did you get inspired by someone else, or was it on your own? You just worked on yourself and worked on your character and had some method in your acting skills?
I don't think you can actually, take inspiration from different people. Yes, you can look up to them for your basic sense, the basic, drawing lines of the character that you need to be somewhere near it, because the day you start inspiring too much is the day you start copying that person. So I didn't want to do that. And honestly saying, last 1.5 years has not been very good personally for me. So eventually, it is my parents' blessings that I have, that I could take up this role very easily, because I was in that zone. I was not very happy, not very jolly types, the way I'm generally, 24/7. So that really helped me because to get into such serious character, wherein the role demands that you be disciplined, you be, very strict for yourself. I remember there was one South movie that I was doing, my first day of shoot, and I had to actually be angry. My entry was I just opened the door and I'm angry. So I did that, and my director shouts from behind, Jinal ji, don't smile, please. I'm like, I'm not smiling, sir, but on camera it looks that I'm smiling. So that was
Naturally,
something
you're
that
that
I had
way.
to, yeah, so that was something that I had to work on. But that's what things as everybody says, there's always a reason for things to happen in your life, and I was blessed that I have this beautiful guardians who are guarding me, and they helped me that I didn't need to actually struggle to get into this zone and everything. But it was good. I mean, inspiration was from my parents. That's what I think. I mean, that's the people that inspire you the most because they've been throughout your life, they've been your hero, beat whatever circumstances in life. So yeah.
What a wonderful crew and lovely experiences shared by Ashmit and you, Jinal. And I'm going to come towards my last question, Hitesh ji. We have Puneet Israr, who is a living legend in the film. And उनका हमेशा से ही किरदार तो इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग रहा है, कैरेक्टर रहा है. सो दूसरे एक्टर्स के बारे में और अपने फिल्म क्रू के बारे में आप किस किस के बारे में बताना चाहेंगे हमारे व्यूअर्स को? Because we are desperately waiting. The countdown has already begun, and we are waiting for the grand premiere and for the films to get into the theaters. So the film is releasing on the 17th of February. This is the month of love. And of course, the film ka basic title is Love. Isliye we are talking about war and terrorism. So what a brilliant idea. And was this intentional कि love हफ्ता आ रहा है, सब गुडी गुडी सेलिब्रेट करते हैं. तो आइए हम लव के टाइम पे सबको बता दें कि लव को किस तरह से हम संभाल सकते हैं. हितेश जी प्लीज बताएं.
इस फिल्म में दो बड़े अच्छे गाने हैं और दोनों ही वायरल हो रहे हैं, लोगों को बड़े पसंद आ रहे हैं. एक गाना है वंदे मातरम और दूसरा गाना है अल्लाह हो. तो हमें वंदे मातरम इंडिया को गिफ्ट करना था. सो 26 जनवरी वाज अ वेरी auspicious, very right day to release this song. So we released that song, and for that matter we did that 26 January event. और उसके ही साथ साथ में हमें हमारा मार्केटिंग कैंपेन बड़ा कॉम्पैक्ट रखना था कि हम जैसे ही रिलीज करते हैं 20-25 दिन में हमें फिल्म को रिलीज कर देना है. सो देयर इज लॉट ऑफ अवेयरनेस, लॉट ऑफ मीडिया, लॉट ऑफ पीआर एक्टिविटीज गोइंग ऑन, और फिल्म हम तुरंत रिलीज करेंगे. तो उस हिसाब से हमने 17 फरवरी और दूसरी बड़ी फिल्में जो आसपास में रिलीज हो रही है उससे क्लैश ना हो जाए, accordingly we planned 17 February. Yeah. पुनीत इसार जी का रोल, पुनीत इसार जी का रोल सीनियर है, सीनियर एनआईए के चीफ है. बड़ा अच्छी तरह से निभाया उन्होंने. पुनीत जी ने बड़ी हेल्प की, एक्चुअली बहुत सारी चीजों में हेल्प की. क्रू हमने, बिकॉज वी वांटेड टू मेक अ टेक्निकली साउंड फिल्म, तो जितना भी हमने क्रू लिया हमारी फिल्म में, कैमरा टीम थी, साउंड टीम थी, म्यूजिशियंस थे, म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर्स थे, जो ग्राफिक्स पे जिन्होंने काम किया या कलर ग्रेडिंग पे जिन्होंने काम किया, बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक पे जिन्होंने काम किया, वो जनरली हमने वहीं से लिया. जैसे जिन्होंने धर्मा प्रोडक्शन के साथ काम किया है या यशराज के साथ काम किया या रेड चिलीज में काम किया है, यानी जनरली जो जिन्होंने शाहरुख खान, सलमान खान या ऋतिक रोशन की फिल्म में काम किया है, वैसे एक्सपीरियंस लोगों को हमने हायर किया. सो टेक्निकली दिस फिल्म मे बी यू विल लाइक इट.
No, I will love it. Man, already I'm in love with it. I'm desperately waiting to watch it. So wherever you are in the world, please share this with all your loved ones, because Sector Balakot is coming in the theaters next to you. And at the same time, wherever you are in the world, we shall let you know on which channel and of course, where can you watch this wondrous film. It's time for us to thank everyone and to welcome Mr. Bharat Goradia ji, so we all can thank you and wish you all the very best to the entire brilliant and supremely talented cast and crew of the film Sector Balakot, coming at your doorstep, this wondrous show. Bharat ji, welcome back. It's time for us to thank everyone on behalf of River Comics, V International, and IndusTV Global.
Thank you so very much. I think I was hearing this wonderful trio and the characters and the story and the new concept of war economics and then mafia war. How do they get the funds and all? I was so amazed with the wonderful characterization made by producer director Hitesh Bhai, and then the wonderful character played by Asmit ji and Jinal and the entire cast and crew. So it was real pleasure to hear them out. And of course it is I think मैं भी इतना excited हो गया हूँ कि कब film release हुए इंडिया में तो होने वाली है 17 I think surgical strike was made in February only 26 February Hitesh bhai
The date was 26 February, yes.
right so imagine now you are trying to release in the month of February where the original surgical strike was uh, and I think हमारे यहाँ भी सारे लोग excited not only me but the entire Indians in USA are very excited to after hearing your interview out they will be very keen to have this film released in USA. Let us try our luck कब हमारे यहाँ रिलीज होती है बट हम अगर रिलीज नहीं भी यहाँ होती है तो हम इंडिया में आके जरूर देखेंगे बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द इंडियंस आर विजिटिंग इंडिया वंस इन अ ईयर डेफिनेटली एंड स्पेशली दिस टाइम बिकॉज यहाँ जो ईस्टर्न साइड में स्नो होता है तो उससे बचने के लिए मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल आर कमिंग टू सो यू हैव चोजन द राइट टाइम कि भाई सारे इंडियन यूएसए वाले भी वहां आके देख ले रहे हैं सो आई अप्रिशिएट योर स्ट्रेटेजी अस्मित भाई ने स्ट्रेटेजी दिया होगा अस्मित और जिनल ने आपको
डॉलर में टिकट बेचेंगे यहाँ पे अभी
और डॉलर का भाव भी अच्छा बढ़ा दिया अस्मित भाई और जिनल ने यहाँ आके ये गुजराती भाइयों ने यहाँ आके डॉलर का 80 से ऊपर भाव कर दिया ताकि
अपने को फायदा होता है यहाँ पे
अच्छा
कन्वर्ट करने के लिए
तो आप लोग जब भी हम आएंगे हमारे लिए तो बहुत टिकट सस्ती लगेगी क्योंकि 80 से डिवाइड करेंगे तो but thank you so very much on behalf of our sponsor River Comics International and IndusTV for sparing your valuable time, sharing your wonderful experience, letting all the people of the world, not only USA but all those who are going to watch this interview about the economics of the war, the mafia gang war कैसे करते हैं, how do they get finance and all. So ये बहुत ही बढ़िया सब्जेक्ट आपने लिया, उसके लिए फिर से आपको धन्यवाद. And see you very soon in person to promote this film. अस्मित पटेल, जिनल पंड्या, नीतेश जी, आपका हम स्वागत करेंगे अगर आप आ सकते हो तीनों यहाँ आपके बिजी शेड्यूल से यूएसए में, तो हमारा ये बहुत बड़ा सौभाग्य रहेगा और सारे इंडियन आपको जबरदस्त वेलकम करेंगे, रेड कार्पेट वेलकम देंगे और ये हमारी खुशनसीब होगी कि ऐसा नया सब्जेक्ट वाली फिल्म हम यहाँ देख पाए. So thank you very much and all the very best wishes to all your not only this film but forthcoming film, क्योंकि मुझे पता है इस फिल्म रिलीज होने के बाद अस्मित भाई और जिनल से आज ही मुझे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि वो अपने भाव बढ़ा देने वाला है. सुपर हिट फिल्म जाएगी तो बिफोर दे रिलीज देयर प्राइस आई विल हैव टू साइन द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट विद देम.
Thank you, Bharat. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Ashmit bhai, for sparing your valuable time. Thank you so very much.
Pleasure. Thank you, Simran ji, for a wonderful interview. Bharat bhai, as always, for all the compliments and supporting us in every way which you can. And to the sponsors, IndusTV and River Comics, thank you very much. And to all of you, the audience, thank you for watching us. Now it's time for you all to go watch the film. A very happy Valentine's Day to all of you all.
We're desperately waiting. Absolutely. Really thankful to all of you for being here with us. And thank you for sharing with us a little bit about the inner secrets. And I'm going to take, with myself, the brilliant experience you shared, Ashmit, and told us about, how one can really look after oneself and take charge of one's physical, mental, and spiritual holistic health as well. And Jinal to play a different character altogether and still be very happy and even be very vocal about the experience you had in the past 1.5 years. And you shared it on this brilliant show, Sitaro ke Saath Saath, जहाँ सितारे जिन्हें हम देखते हैं सुपरस्टार्स भी कभी कभी ऐसी चीजें एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं. इस राज को वो बिल्कुल बेखूबी से फाश करते हैं. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया हितेश जी, अश्मित जी और जीनल जी. I had such a wonderful time and I can't sleep now. I'm just dreaming of Sector Balakot.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Bharat bhai, thank you very much. Thank you, Simran. Yes. And thank you very much to River Comics, IndusTV, and We International. Thank you very much. Go and see Sector Balakot on 17th February in theaters. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Simran. Thank you, our sponsors, River Comics and IndusTV. And a very special mention to be international because apart from Bharatji, this couldn't have happened. So thank you so much, Bharatji,
Pleasure.
that
Pleasure.
you always support us no matter what it is. But just one thing we tell you, ki Bharatji, please get this done, and you get everything sorted for us. You just don't let us feel that we are as an artist, but you just treat us like your family. So we love you wholeheartedly, Bharatji, and wishing all of them advanced happy Valentine, and thank you so much.